What's up, Tribe? How you guys doing? This is your RuPaul's Drag Race finale extravaganza review. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. So let me say this. I wish I could say that I didn't predict this whole ending, but I did. I didn't want to say it in my last video. I didn't review the reunion because the reunion ain't really give me nothing. Like I didn't really feel like it was a whole lot to the reunion. The only thing I walked away from the reunion was I mean, because hell, some of the girls I ain't even talked to. I mean, they may have talked to them during the reunion, but they edited the shit out. Raja still don't feel like she did nothing wrong. um she said that seeing herself play back, but I still didn't feel like I don't know, I didn't feel like nothing came from that. Mercedes, Kahana was mad at Mercedes because Mercedes put up a video that she was mad about. Mercedes apologized for putting the video up, but Kahana was still mad. And Mercedes said that she said because Mercedes put the video back up. She said I put the video back up after. She thought that the reason why Kahana was mad is because she put the video up before that episode had aired, and it made it obvious that Kahana had gone home and it was a lip sync or whatever. So she said she put it up afterwards, thinking that's why she was mad, but that ain't what it was. Um, Nina West, everybody friend. Um, I think. Let me say this: the only thing that I walked away from that reunion was thinking that Miss Brooklyn is a very conniving, calculated cold fish. I feel like during the season, I did not necessarily feel like the Vanjie um, Brooklyn thing was fake, but I do now. I think the Vanjie was something to do while she was there, and I think that Vanjie gave her something. I think it was Miss Akuria that said that Vanjie gave you something you wouldn't have, that personality. Like everybody, yes, you had the talent, but you don't have that much of a personality. So Vanjie gave you a fan base because Vanjie comes with a fan base. For her to say, I wanted it to work, but after the show filmed, I wasn't traveling and Vanjie was. First of all, you knew that. Like Vanjie was traveling before the show because Vanjie blew up after last season, so you knew she traveled. So for like anyway, I ain't gonna go there because this ain't the reunion. I'm just saying that's all I walked away with, so I didn't really have a whole lot more to say other than that. Anyway, um, I predicted this, like everything that happened in with the lip sync. I predicted it. I said okay. I said this is what's gonna happen, and then that's what's gonna happen, and it's gonna come down to these two, and that's who's gonna win. So let's just go through it. So we start off going through all of the queens from the season. They start with the first eliminated and work their way up to the last eliminated. Um, y'all know I'm not a fashionista, so the looks for me, Soju of course looked way better than she did on the show, and that was great. Um, my favorite look on that runway out of the returning queens was Nina West. I loved her look. It was like a paper, like back in the day we had the paper dolls, and you would put the outfit over top, and like it would just cover the front, but the back would be like still show their butt and their nude. And that's what hers did, and it was really cute. It looked like it was an actual gown, but it looked like that paper doll. Even had the tabs sticking up. It was really cute. I thought hers was really cute. My second favorite was probably Sugar Cane. Sugar Cane had a reveal, honey. She gave you a reveal, and I was like, yes, bitch. Because I still think she was robbed. I don't think Sugar Cane should have went home the week she went home, but okay. Um, I loved Vanjie's look. That bodysuit, that leopard print bodysuit, I thought was everything. I thought she looked so good. Um, but that's pretty much all I got. I mean, like I said, y'all know I'm not gonna go look by look. If that's what y'all this ain't the review for the look by look. But I did like those. Those were my favorite looks. Out of the returning queens. Um, we had a great Sissy That Walk performance that had the alumni, and some of the alumni I didn't know who they were, but everybody was nice to see. After, I mean, I figured it out after a while, but at first in real time I was like, who's that? And then I had to be like, oh, that's okay, that's who, oh, okay, that's her, oh, okay, But I thought that that was a nice moment. We found out that Michelle Visage, I always want to say Michelle Visage. Anyway, Michelle Visage had to get her implants out due to a health issue from implants not, and then we've heard about it for years about implants not being healthy, um leaking, things like that. And so she had to get hers taken out, and it was a really, she had a health issue, and we found out that it was actually a documentary made. She said that her documentary will be coming soon, and she just wants to bring awareness to it. So we found out about that, and I thought that was a moment. We did like a history of LGBTQ history, went back to Stonewall and explaining that, and just letting people know, hey, there is a RuPaul's Drag Race because people before us paved the way and sacrificed and went to jail, and and this, it was a movement. So I thought that was great. That was a moment. Um, what else did we do before we got down to the nitty gritty? I think that was pretty much it before we got down to the nitty gritty. So now we get to our top four queens, and they do like, as the show goes on, they do like a bio of all four of them. It started with Akira. Um, I love Akira. I do. I love her journey through this show, and I feel like she was a quiet assassin because she kind of snuck up on y'all. You know what I mean? She didn't like kill every challenge and all that. She just kind of slow. She was slow and steady the whole season. Her mama stole the show though. Forget Akira. Her mama stole the show. You hear me? But I love her mom, her grandmother were there, and Rue asked, about, excuse me, finding out about wanting to be her wanting to be a drag queen or being a drag queen, and she said, "I knew before she knew." Well, she said I knew before he knew. I said, "I know that's right," and most people do. Most family does, whether they accept it or not, but most family does. So that was cool. Let me just say this. I did like Rue's look. She was giving us that neon green, and she had that hair piled up with the two-tone blonde, honey. I loved it. And some other people may not like her look, but I loved it. It was very draped and very goddess-like, but it was a very bold color. I thought it was really nice. I thought it was really nice. So they did like this man on the streets kind of thing. So Akira was talking about, that she was a pageant queen and she was taught to be put together, but that RuPaul's Drag Race let her be free, let her be silly, and it was okay to not necessarily be polished all the time. And of course, the whole twerking thing and all of that. So that was really really good for her, and so that was her. Then we had Miss Silky Ganache, and we met her brother and her mom, and of course, Silky was like, throughout this whole journey, I just wanted to always represent for the big girls, and I just hope that I was able to, you know, give them something and be proud of who I am. And she said, I know I messed up that lip sync, and I know I've been said that I'm not polished and I'm not this, but I'm here to slay, and I'm here to do my thing. And her little man on the streets moment, they had a cameo with T.S. Madison, and I thought it was really cute. I thought it was really cute that they filmed. She was like, I wasn't polished, but I have somebody that's going to teach me. So her and T.S. had like a little thing, and played off of another one of T.S.'s catch lines about, bitch, I ain't eating no salad. So it was cute. I thought it was really cute. T.S. looked beautiful, and T.S. actually left a really nice I don't want to say tribute, but a really nice thing on her page today, to Silky. I thought it was really, really nice. Brooklyn did her whole man on the streets thing. And again, it was really just sort of just talking about her learning how to be, silly and free and not so polished all the time and not so tight. Because again, she's another pageant queen. She's a former Miss Continental. So we know that Brooklyn had that part of it down. It was the personality piece, which was a little lacking, which it still is as far as I'm concerned. But anyway. Um, And then last but not least, we had Miss Evie Oddly. Now, let me tell you something about Miss Evie Oddly. Evie Oddly, excuse me, gave it to the girls, honey, because she came out glam, okay? Like, okay? And you could see that the other queens in the audience were gagged because, of course, they were expecting her to do this whole crazy, weird thing, which she did do in her little man on the streets little segment. I mean, she was really weird, and Learned about her parents. They ain't spoken about 5 years, but honey, RuPaul bringing families together because they were sitting next to each other at the reunion. I mean, at the finale, and Evie was like, "I'm surprised to see them sit next to each other. Like it's the first time they probably didn't talk in 5 years." So beautiful that they came together for their baby. Uh, and then, of course, they had Miss Vanjie come out there. You know, they had to give Vanjie something, honey. And Vanjie did this whole, I feel like I should be on that wheel, put my face on the wheel. And she did like a man on the streets segment to try to, get people to get Rue to convince her to be on the wheel and spin to be able to lip sync. It was really cute. I thought it was really cute. So, okay, those were all the preliminaries. Now let's get down to the main event, honey. Again, this is exactly what I predicted. Spin on the wheel. First of all, if you want to convince me that it's not set up, that you didn't plan it this way, then how about you not make the wheel mechanical? I mean, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like a machine. Make it a regular mechanical wheel. The shit was clearly run by a machine, and you could stop and start it at will. Because at one point it stopped, but I guess it didn't stop on the face they wanted it to stop on, so it kept going and it landed on Silky. Because y'all know it's the same way. Okay, it's the same setup as they've done the last couple of years, where they have a lip sync, the top four lip sync against each other. The first person whose face gets picked by the spin the wheel, they get to pick who they want to lip sync against, and then they pick a song. All of the songs are like they don't know which song they're gonna be performing first or second or whatever, but they all get the same song, so they know to prepare a lip sync to these songs. Um, so Silky's face is up there first, which was so obvious because I knew Silky's name was gonna be up there first. Now, I didn't necessarily know who Silky was gonna pick to lip sync again. Well, no, I knew she was gonna pick either Evie or Brooklyn because I knew this was what my prediction was, that Brooklyn and Evie were gonna be the top two and they were gonna lip sync against each other for the title. So I knew she wasn't gonna pick a Kyria. So I was like, okay, she's gonna pick either Evie or she's gonna pick Brooklyn. She picked Brooklyn. Well, I knew then her ass was going home because for as much as Brooklyn gets on my nerves with doing the whole thing on her toes, doing the whole ballet thing, I mean, you can't deny that Brooklyn gonna give it to you. And I was like, Silky, unless you giving me a 5,000 gazillion better than what you gave before, and Brooklyn would need to twist her damn ankle, Silky, you ain't beating Brooklyn. Like, so, of course, she pauses like she got this long decision to make, and then she says Brooklyn. So here's a couple of things I'm going to say about before we get there. The first year, I want to say it was, I guess it was the first year that they did this lip sync battle. I'm not sure if it was or not. But that year where with Shea Coulee, Miss Peppermint, Sasha Velour, and I forgot who the fourth one is off the top of my head. When they had all the reveals and you didn't know it was coming and you just couldn't see it and all of that, you didn't know what was happening. I said, okay, all right. Now, if you want to give me a reveal, don't make it look like you can ready to give me a reveal. See, the first time we didn't know what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know, oh, okay, that dress, clearly she's going to tear that away and it's going to be something underneath. So I say that to say, if you're going to give me a reveal, don't make it look like it's going to be a reveal. It was so obvious that Silky was giving us a reveal. It was so obvious that Akira was giving us a reveal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just didn't look different. Now, I will say Brooklyn's reveal was cute because Brooklyn had on boots, and at a certain point, she pulled off part of the boots and they turned into her toe shoes, and then she performed the rest of the lip sync on her toes, doing her little ballet thing. I thought that was really cute. Now that I will give Brooklyn credit for. So they got to pick the song, and the song was Bootylicious. Bitch, Silky, you was supposed to wipe the fucking stage with Brooklyn on some damn Bootylicious. Okay? And not because it's Beyonce, but because it's booty. You got booty. If you don't twerk your ass across that damn stage and throw that booty. Okay, so we get started with the Bootylicious. Again, Silky had great ideas. She didn't have great execution. She was too quick to do everything. She didn't build up into it. You don't have to give a reveal at the very beginning of the song. She should have performed for a few seconds in her original dress and in her original wig. But it was almost like as soon as the song started, she ripped the wig off, gave us a reveal, ripped the dress off, and gave us a reveal. Build up to it, boo. Give us a little bit in your, you know what I mean? Build up to it. And even the reveal was sloppy. Like, it wasn't smooth. It wasn't polished. It was very sloppy. And she was doing okay at first, but then at a certain point, she went to do a death drop, and it looked like she just fell on her back, and she went to rolling across the stage, and then she did another wig reveal, and I was like, Silky. And I really like Silky, y'all. I don't want you to think I don't. I do. But I just was like, this it just wasn't good. It just wasn't good. And of course, Brooklyn did what Brooklyn does. I mean, Brooklyn, like I said, she started off because at first I was like, okay, Brooklyn, because she started off dancing. She started off giving us, regular old dance, right? But then at a certain point, like I said, she pulled them boots off, honey, and they became some toe shoes. And of course, y'all know she did the rest of the damn lip sync on her toes, and she gave us, she did her thing. I'm not going to take it away. I'm not going to say she didn't. She did her thing. But again, I feel like Silky ain't really give her no whole lot of competition either. That's just my 2 cents. That's just my 2 cents. So then we have Akira and Evie Ali came out and they did their lip sync. And what they do their lip sync to? Hold on, y'all, because I ain't even write down the song they did there. Hold on. Shit, how I forget the song they did their lip sync to? I know the last song. No, they did SOS. They did Rihanna SOS. That's what they did. And I felt like Akira was in trouble almost from the beginning because Akira looked like she was messing up the words a little bit. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it just looked like it was. But I feel like she was messing up her songs a little bit. Her lyrics a little bit. I think her and Evie did a really good job, though. I think they both gave a good lip sync. I do. I think they both gave a good lip sync. But again, like I said, I feel like it was rigged for it to be Evie and Brooklyn anyway. So of course Evie wins and Akira is gone. So now we get to the top two. And they give them time to change. So they come out in totally different outfits than what they lip synced the first time in. And again, you could tell that Brooklyn was obvious that hers was a reveal because it said reveal and it was this big cape or whatever. So you knew she was giving you a reveal. But again, I don't have a problem with that because it was sort of campy because it said reveal. So it was sort of campy, like, oh, okay, I'm going to get a reveal out of this. And, before we got to the finale, we had Miss Congeniality. Was there any doubt who was going to win Miss Congeniality? Miss Nina West, honey. And it was cute. She had a cute little acceptance speech and everything. And then Aquaria came out. Aquaria looked good, honey. Aquaria looked good. She gave it to him. With the crown and scepter, getting ready for the last lip sync. And back to that. I'm sorry. So Brooklyn, like I said, she had a reveal. We knew she was gonna have a reveal. Wasn't quite sure what Evie was gonna do, but when I tell you that Evie came out there and her look was every fucking thing. She had like the red eyes. It looked like her eyes were bleeding. So she had like that whole little look or whatever. But she had this beautiful gown, right? And then she had this headpiece that looked almost like a flower, but it was a mirror. I mean, it was mirrored, but it was petals. It was almost like a flower and it was petals. And it was funny because the way the dress was made, I kept waiting for a reveal. I kept waiting for her to pull that skirt away. I kept waiting for her to give me something. And she didn't. She kept it on the whole time, which I thought was even different because she kept it on the whole time. There was never a reveal, right? So, but it was cute the way it was almost like a deity. Like that headpiece almost made her look like a deity. It was really good. I thought it was really, 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 a really nice outfit. And that headpiece, like I said, was just everything to me. Okay, so they're doing that final lip sync, and the lip sync was "The Edge of Glory" by Lady Gaga, right? And again, here come Brooklyn. She did a reveal and everything, but what she do the rest of the song? Danced on her toes. The rest of the song, she danced on her toes. Evie was giving it to us. She was giving us facial expressions. She was giving us everything, you know. And of course, she gave us a little contour. But like I said, and the gown had like this big hoop antebellum thing, and I just knew it was a tearaway. I just knew it was, but she never did. It never did. Um, and like I said, Brooklyn's reveal was in a nice little bodysuit or whatever. But again, like I said, once she went up on them toes, I know what she was gonna do the rest of the damn song. And you know, she danced across the stage, gave us some splits and lifts and all that stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, Brooklyn can perform. Brooklyn can lip sync and Brooklyn can perform. I'm not taking nothing away from her. I am not doing that. But I just feel like Evie gave us something different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like her lip sync was different. And then when she went to go turn around, her headpiece on the back had like a face on it with like the red eyes and the red. It was beautiful. And it was like when she did a slow reveal when she turned around, and then she did the little, you know how she can contour her body and go all the way back, and she did a forward backflip, and it was great. I thought she did good. So when it got to the end, I really wasn't sure which way they were gonna go. I knew whose lip sync I enjoyed better, but I didn't know which way they were going, because you know, you just never know what Rue want to do. But when it was all over said and done, Miss Evie Oddly is your new drag superstar. And that's who I'm gonna be honest with you. When it was the top four, if you go back to my video from the top four, I said that. I said, I think I know. I said, I know who I want to win, but I think I know who's going to win. And if you had asked me off, I wouldn't have said it on tape. But if you had asked me, I would have said Silky's going to be the first to go. Then I think it's going to be Akira. It's going to come down to Brooklyn and Evie. And I think they're going to give it to Evie. Because I think Evie, y'all know they like quirky and different. You know, remember Alaska and stuff like that. So they, and Sasha Velour, they like that different, quirky. Um, the only surprise would have been if Akira had been in the top two. But, I, but no. And the only way that would have happened is if Akira and Silky lip synced against each other, and that wasn't going to happen. For a variety of reasons, that wasn't going to happen. So anyway, y'all, that's what we got until next season. There are already rumors out there about the next All Stars, All Stars 4 or All Stars 5, wherever we are now with it. I don't like getting into rumors and innuendo. Let me know when the cast is revealed, and I'll figure it out then, right? But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.